All right, ladies, buckle up. It's showtime.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody, to Copperhead Road. Blah, 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 blah. Here's Footer K. Hey, Foots.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. What's up, man? What's going on?
Not a whole lot. It's a little warm up here. It's certainly nothing that that compares to you for sure. But it's a little stuffy. It's a little stuffy in the studio today.
Yeah, not fun. But again, during the day, 99.9% of the time, I know it's the hack answer, but you're in AC, depending on what you're doing.
That's
and
true.
If you're not, yeah, and if you're not, you man, the age that that it really would affect you, you're in AC most of the time.
The age that it would affect you?
Yeah, like if you're an older person,
Oh,
probably,
gotcha.
Where the heat would really get to you.
For some reason, my mind was like Stone Age, Bronze Age. I went a completely different route. I'm glad you brought me back online. Thanks for your GPS.
No problem. Don't do the gun though. Yep, that's the one that I always thought. Yep, that's the one I don't like.
It's on safety.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. I'll tell you, before we even get into any of the nonsense, I'll tell you this: we got a lot going on. What world on fire? I'll tell you, the biggest shocker of all this to me is I cannot put my finger on what's going to happen. You can sit there and predict all day long, and I know it's going to sound weird, but the reason why it's so chaotic is because it's too spelt out all the way. Now it's where the plan, let's call it, has now come to fruition, and I don't think it's going to be just. It never is. You know what I mean? It's never just on paper, and then at the end it goes, "Oh yeah, look at this! Look how it worked out exactly how we planned."
Yeah, and the clarity of procedure, which you said is null. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. There's a brilliance to that, but I'll also add on top of that, I don't really have I'm not on solid footing on knowing exactly what we should do or what I think we should do.
That's fair, and I agree. With I can tell you what I don't want.
Okay.
I don't want American soldiers' lives being put in danger for years and years to come.
True.
And I said it that way because ultimately I don't want boots on the ground. You know what I mean? But that's a little hack to say.
What about high heels?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, of course. Again, cowboy boot, fine. So if they want to send mounted police from Canada, I'm fine with that.
You think I would say that they probably wear more of a night watcher boot. I doubt they're wearing cowboy boots.
That's fair. That's fair. I just thought of somebody on a horse. You know what I mean?
Okay, I guess. I mean,
but no. You've humiliated me and you've made your point. Crystal clear.
All right.
Touche to you, sir.
No, I'll go.
Touche to you.
It's fine.
No, stay. Just stay and just keep your smug look on your face.
You and my wife with the fucking smug look. What the hell is wrong with you two?
Well, again, Again, smug look wearing London fog. Just made sense to me. Don't know why.
Mm. I say you have a dismissive look. How do you like that?
My kids say that people think I'm like I'm not approachable. That like I have like a mean look. And I tell them, I said, baby, no. If I had the tattoos covered and stuff, then they go, no, it's your face.
No, you have an all caps look all the time.
Mm. But I'm not ugly. So again,
No.
not debonair, but not ugly. So it's a very odd dynamic I got. You know,
You're a little suave, but again, you're you have some like jagged
Genesis-
looks.
That's fair.
They're a
I'm
little
just gonna
sharp.
take it. I've been ridden hard and put away wet. Is all I'm gonna say.
I would say you're like the Helen Mirren of internet podcasting.
Oof, oof. Like I wasn't bought with Marlboro Miles, was I?
Maybe.
I thought you were kind of going there, but trying not to say it. I disagree. You know, it's not like I've been in Florida for 37 years. Just smoking Marlboros.
No, it's
You know
been
what I mean?
25 years smoking Virginia Slims.
I would never smoke a Virginia Slim. But that's here nor there. Back to let me again. You see, you pushed me off.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
I don't want to go nonsense yet. And believe me, we've got plenty of it. But again, and one of the things that's hard not to do when you have these discussions are bringing up talking points.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do my best not to do that. With that being said, I think that your standard talking points, they're not as cliche, I think, as they always have been, because I think that long form conversations almost makes people unpack things a little more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
you have
so
to.
so right. So I think that's a little bit of a protection for me, where I can claim not to be a talking point. But the two major issues that I have,
Gout.
are correct, and sugar diabetes.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, see what you do though. Like you try to make jokes and you chime in, and now I want to make fun. I want to have fun. Now I want to. No, I don't have sugar diabetes, but I had 17 glucose jokes in my pocket that I was about to fire out. They call me the glucose joke kid. Okay, since '96,
In some
they've
small
been calling me
circles.
that. I'm sorry.
I said in some small circles they do.
Let me tell you something. Circles the size of a fucking windmill, my friend. The
It's a big
circumference
circle.
of one.
It's a big circle.
Yeah, you're goddamn right it is.
Okay, circling back to Iran.
Thank you. Let me windmill back to that. But anyway, the two main issues that I have, obviously, like I said, I don't want to be directly involved with the war. Secondly, and most importantly, I'm blown away that I can tell a short story and it can sound like a conspiracy theory or just this insane tale of how even, Wesley Clark, are you familiar, General Wesley Clark?
Yep.
Okay. I believe he went on Piers Morgan, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 months ago.
Mhm.
And he broke down, and it would be better if I had the name of it, but I don't remember. But anyway, you know the plan of the 7 countries
Yeah,
that Israel won?
7 countries in 5 years.
Correct.
Yep.
So Wesley Clark did confirm he saw those plans. Do you have any doubt that those plans exist
No.
or are real? Okay.
I again, even if I did, those plans are coming to fruition whether they exist or not. So it's, you know what I mean?
Correct. So you don't find that a little scary that, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm still a pro-Israel of pro-Israel mind and heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that being said, it is very, very hard to deny. I mean, this global, this machine You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
This master plan, and it really, again, I'm not even going to say that it doesn't benefit the U.S. because again, fucking Dave Smith and a bunch of these other clowns, um, and I can say that about like a Dave Smith because again, bro, I'm not saying. Look. Extremely intelligent, well informed, and I always liked him.
I do too. I still do.
He is now at Tex. He is now at the point where he is above his pay grade. And if he heard me say that, he would legitimately give me the, oh my, then I guess you're on the above your, yes. If I counted in any way, or I was any more significant, or any significant at all, then yes, I'd be above my pay grade. I'm not saying he shouldn't be giving his opinion, but honestly, it's getting to the point where it's like, and I just told you, I'm convinced that Israel has this master plan. I feel we are a part of it. But Dave Smith will tell you it does not benefit the U.S. in any way.
It doesn't because Iran is not a threat to the United States.
No. But were you saying it doesn't benefit us? You saying?
No, I'm saying that Iran is not a threat to the United States.
I don't, not necessarily. I don't think that they are. But them being destroyed by Israel
does not benefit us at all.
It could benefit it. I disagree. It could benefit us.
This will be a good discussion then.
Yeah, because it can benefit us because we can feel more comfortable, okay, setting up industry and setting up I don't know, call me greedy, maybe like oil, whatever we wanted to do in the Middle East, whether it maybe it's setting up more bases, you know what I mean, in areas that we're going to get less pushback by a regime or by countries that are okay with us being there. You know what I mean? So I think there's plenty of other reasons why it would benefit us. It doesn't. Does it matter? Like if Iran stayed there, okay, that it doesn't. We're not threatened by them. But if it's going to happen, it's not like it's a bad thing for America. Well, as long as we're not losing lives.
But I mean, I don't see it as a plus one or a minus one. I don't think because I don't think we should be in the business of setting up satellite businesses in the country. I don't think we should be pulling oil from them. I don't think we should have any involvement with the Middle East at all.
Well, then yeah.
I've even heard people try to make the argument that we need Israel more than they need us, which is insane.
No way.
No way. Right, because even with the discussion with Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson, which is sort of what this whole thing is wrapped around in, Tucker point blank asked him 3 times, what do we benefit from Israel? And all he could say was, well, the Mossad shares some information with us. Okay, we don't need the Mossad for intelligence at all.
No, but they need, but don't they do need us, Mossad.
Right. So
anybody's a fool to think that America is not directly involved. The CIA, the Mossad, and the truth, the British intelligence, they're all in cahoots and they're all involved sharing that information. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, because they say, yeah, well, we get intel from the Mossad. You mean like intel, like I don't know, that Hussein has chemical weapons of mass destruction, or that Assad chemically bombed his people, that Gaddafi needs to go. There's a lot of things that I don't. Again, going back to my point of Iran not being a threat to us, I'll tell you why I think that, because.
But I didn't push back on that.
I know. I'm just going to flesh it out a little bit if that's all right with you.
I just wanted to make sure my point was clear too.
It is. So far, we're on the same page. We'll see. You're probably not going to agree with me on this because
before you start, let's just clarify a few things. The only thing we are not on the same page on one thing is you don't think that we should be doing business in the Middle East. And
No,
I'm not
setting
saying,
up business in the middle. We can do trade and business and go, but I don't think we should have assets of any kind in the area.
that's fine, but then it's more to my point as far as why I'm saying it's not a bad thing, and it would benefit us. It would benefit us if the Ayatollah was no more there, because we'd be able to maybe, like I said, you want to hear the bumper sticker I'm rolling around in, knocking on doors, kissing babies for? Want to know?
Mhm.
Yeah, bring me back. Bring me Persia. Where's my rugs? Bring me the Persian rug again.
Yeah, just go to fucking Afghanistan. It's the same fucking.
No, I don't want your opium rug. I want a Persian rug. And you know what? Right now I'm getting Iranian rugs. I don't like them. They smell.
Like camel hair.
Yeah, that and wet cat. I don't know why. They just do.
Well, it's because you keep putting your cat outside and then letting him sleep on your rug.
God damn it. It's a great point. It's a great point.
Why are you treating Ringo like that?
It's adorable. By the way, I'm not a cat guy.
No shit.
Dog guy all the way. Why do my breasts look so big today?
Are you
On air.
you
I don't know.
lactating maybe?
I'm not. No, I'm not. And I'm not wearing any of my man spanks.
Do you need
So-
do you need to go pump?
No, if you don't mind, you mind if I slip into my man spanks? Let me just fucking take me a half hour and I'll choke myself out. But
That I'm in for.
yeah, I'll do it
All right.
live on the air. It'll be adorable.
All right, so here's my reason why I don't think that Iran is an immediate, well, even a long term threat to America, because I don't know if I've said it on the show, but I know I've said it to you privately. I don't think that they ever actually want the bomb, because I don't believe that they benefit from having it, and you can even make the and you can make the argument, like even with North Korea, what have they gained since they've had the bomb? It obviously didn't help out Gaddafi. Pakistan, India. Once they've had it, they're not really in a position to use it, because I feel the only people that can actually use a nuclear weapon is to end a war, not start it. You have to be in a dominant position to use it, because if you're not, you're going to have your country destroyed. Case in point, not case in point, but
I know.
it's just not. It's not
inevitable.
it's not, and
It's
they can't
inevitable.
even. They can't. I mean, the two. Well, there's actually 3 deliveries, because you could have a dirty bomb, I guess. But initial delivery, nice. Of a ballistic missile, they can't even accurately hit things in Israel, and we're 10 times as far away from that. As a deliverable with a plane, please. That they're not running a fucking aircraft carrier out into the Atlantic and then sending a, God, I wish I could come up with an Iranian name for the Enola Gay, but I got nothing.
It's okay.
Um,
The Ayatollah gay.
Nice.
Boom. So
You
but
should
listen,
have punched that. That was great.
Nah, I'm not here to step. I'm not going to blow your candle out.
How does
Listen.
that blow my
Here's the
candle?
problem. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You're right on almost, I think, everything, and even the point
be
that I
right back.
disagree.
Thought we were done.
Even the point that I disagree with. I don't know if you're right or wrong on, but here's where the only way where I'll push back. I understand your whole threat of having it being just as powerful, of having it, you thinking that they don't want it. Iran went from like 3% to 60% in
Yeah.
enriching.
Do you know where that stat came from?
I don't know, but I can tell you this: if you listen to the full clip of Tulsi Gabbard, it's not quite as cut and dry as her saying Iran isn't planning on making a nuclear weapon, and they aren't doing that. There's a little more nuance to it, the full clip. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. But so where I disagree is that I don't think when you have a country that is screaming and again, I know talking points, but death to America, death to Israel, the big Satan, the little Satan. And I know we've been hearing this since 1995. I get it. But they've continued that type of rhetoric. Yes, they were just always just, saber rattling, and they've never had to worry about um, actually doing damage. But with that being said, they're getting pushed up against the wall. And if you have somebody that's pushed up against the wall and is so close to making a bomb that can touch Israel on a nuclear level, or touch even the surrounding um, areas, like, I think if you're Israel, you need to be steadfast in doing something about it. You can't you ca- if they were if I'm Israel, you've got to eliminate that threat.
I don't disagree. At all.
Oh.
You
All
know
right, we'll be right back.
the
How's it feel? Not good, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
we weren't going anywhere, so I don't really understand what you were trying to do there.
But because you do it when like, if I say that's a great point,
We'll be right back.
son of a bitch.
How did you not see that coming?
Now I'm all banged up. I can't look like I can't get my headphones back on.
It's okay. My microphone's falling off the table, so we're all in good shape.
We can never do the fake go to break bit again. Just discombobulates everything.
Yeah.
This is where you need to hear. You need to hear Russ.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
so you're not agreeing with me then?
No,
you're not disagreeing with it.
No, I'm not. If I was Israel, but again, you're conflating Israel's needs with America. I don't blame Israel at all for doing what they're doing, and I hope that they succeed. Because if I was the size of New Jersey and I had, a next door neighbor that that could blow me up, yeah, I get it. But going back to what I was saying when I was talking about the statistic of 60%, that comes from the IAEA, which is the the international.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yep. You're right.
And I don't have any real reason. I kind of looked into the to see if there was any sort of political reasons why they would have ulterior motives or whatever, and I don't believe it. But I find it interesting that a country that's so secretive would allow the IAEA to find enriched uranium up to 60%.
Well, because you're, I think, making the point like that. We're all saying is like, well, the Dems are always are saying, like, you see, like they were letting us check, so we would, we can be okay. They were letting us check, like things were going just great when we had to deal with them. Trump ruined it by breaking the deal. That's what that's what they're saying. That we were checking on and we were fine.
Yeah.
Right. That's their talking point.
Right.
And you kind of fed into that just now.
No, my point is that don't you think it's kind of odd that if they were trying to do it like in a secret capacity, why would they allow the IAEA to realize that? Again, my point is that
they were doing everything they could do to get it. They were getting away with as much as we were allowing them to, and I mean the outside world was allowing them to is what they were doing.
Right.
They were pushing and testing the waters, and again, and for years and years, we've allowed it to get more and more. Right. So at this point, again, Israel saw the opening.
Yep.
And they took the shot, and they
you can't blame the
succeeded.
kid took a shot.
You can't blame the kid. Yeah, exactly. But you know what I mean. So
right. My point is that if their purchase wasn't in procedure, and they really just wanted the bomb, they could do all this without the IAEA knowing.
No, they couldn't. That was the big thing. They had to be transparent.
Right, but it's a big country. They could hide stuff. They don't have to. They're as transparent as they want to be.
Okay, then more for the fact then they're over 60%. They're even closer, and maybe we should deal with the issue because they. And again, look, that's fair because they are pieces of shit. They are liars. They are an evil regime. So okay, but let's flip it on the other side. You know what I mean? Maybe they have more than in this secret cave that you talk about.
Right. My point is that okay.
Oh, I know your point.
Do you? Because they don't have any leverage if they don't have a bomb. They have a lot of leverage if they're building the bomb. If they have the bomb, they go back down to zero leverage because they're not in a point of dominance. So it's like somebody who says they're going to kill themselves. You give them everything that they want so they don't kill themselves. But if they actually kill themselves, they get nothing. So my point is that if they have a bomb, if they're like, hey, guess what, guys? We have a bomb. They will get destroyed immediately by everybody because nobody in the world wants Iran to have a bomb.
So why don't we just then you should be okay with everybody going in right now and let's.
Who's everybody?
Well, you tell me. You just said it. You're the one that brought. You said everybody would. If they had a bomb, you said everybody would.
Right, because that's not what they want. They don't want a bomb. They will never have a bomb. You can mark it down, put the timestamp on it.
You can't say bomb on a plane. Bomb. Yeah.
What if you're singing Blue Moon?
Bomb da bomb dang da dang dang da dong.
Blue. That should have been your line. You're the low guy.
Yeah. Your ass.
What do you mean?
Yeah, no, I know. I just didn't like how you said it. Low on the totem pole. I don't know. I just felt I didn't like it. Made me feel less of a man. I didn't like it. Also because I'm wearing the skirt and heels. I have a purse on.
Fantastic.
But listen to me. Thank you. So, but I understand your point, and you really are. I know you love your point about the whole, threat of a bomb, and I'll give you credit. I can promise you that you did mention that to me, and you did have that theory going before I heard anybody say it on any of the shows. Although they are saying it a lot now.
They're saying what?
About exactly what you're saying as far as the threat of having the bomb is enough. You know what I mean?
Well, and again, that's the only. I have a lot of reasons to think that. Number one, they've been close for what, 35 years or so, maybe 30 years.
Again, it's fair. It's so hard to defend. It really is, and I'm not. But it's so. Dude, you're 100% right. The same old. I mean, legitimately spelt it out for you what they're going to do. I mean, it's really probably the most what's the word I'm looking for? Not difficult. Just the most
inconceivable,
entangled type of thing that's going on. There's so many different moving parts. You know what I mean? From domestically with people flipping out on Trump, threatening if he does it, what a fracture it will do to his movement and his party. And then you have people like AOC that are like, fucking bomb Iran, and she's a money making fucking shill. So she's buying stock in all war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff. So again,
going back to Trump's point or Trump's position, which again nobody really knows. It may sound like I would be upset with him. I'm not. He's doing exactly what he should do. He's keeping everybody guessing. He's putting all the pieces into place where if he has to, he can do something. But I don't think he really thinks he's going to have to push any buttons.
What do you do if your number one person that's supposed to be in charge of these things jump ship on you.
You talking about
And
Tulsi?
like, yeah. And
Uh,
then what do? You can't call her a kook. You can't. I mean, he will, but you can't call her a kook. You know what I mean? What do you do then? Because you're losing a lot of your new base.
I don't.
When you fuck with the Tulsies and the Robert Kennedys.
Right, but that's why you do. That's why you allow difference of opinion. That's why you have, you want to have, at least on the outside, the appearance of many different ideas coming together to come to a, a, a process,
Cohesive.
cohesive message.
And I like that.
Yeah, it's amazing to me, and I certainly don't mean that you're doing it, because you don't, but it's amazing to me, and I think a lot of it's disingenuous, but how people,
Oh, it's me.
can't see how Trump operates. He does this all of the time. Even with the tariffs of, hey, it's 90%, it's 20%, it's 50%. Well, I guess we'll just settle with 20. Well, it was 5 before, but now everybody's okay with 20.
Yeah. No, I get it, but you know what, Tex? I can't even discuss that because you're not going to convince the people that absolutely hate him. Then you got the people that absolutely love him, and then you have the people that kind of don't give a shit about him. You know what I mean? And kind of look what he's doing for the country, and they get on board with that. And I think that's what happened this election. You know what I mean? Where they kind of said, the things I don't like about him, it doesn't matter because he has an agenda that we believe he's going to stick to. You know what I mean? But if Tulsi and those people, if Trump either fires Tulsi or Tulsi quits, then it doesn't do what you said and what we want to happen.
Neither one of those things will happen.
Okay, good. Because I don't want them to happen.
No.
I'd like to think it's going to be what you said, that we're going to have differences of opinion and all different sides are going to be represented, because that would show Trump in a different light. And you know what people forget real quick, inflation is the lowest it's been in X amount of years. Gas prices lower than they've been in X amount of years.
Where are the eggs?
I don't know. The financial and stock markets, they're all on the rise. Oil. Well, I already said. But so like all these things that are going on in the country right now are all positive things. And
right.
And if Trump gets us, and somehow the optics to the American people are that we have boots on the ground, none of that is going to matter. And you know what? I understand. Whether I agree with it or not, I understand it because that's how these people. Remember, these were people that voted for him, new to his base, because they believed in a no war president, and to a fault, to an unrealistic fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because again, you can't be the president of the United States and expect to be able to predict what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is that we're still well over a year from the election, from the midterm, and now is the time to do all this stuff because when January of 26 starts rolling around, if he calms down on this and starts again pushing the positive things, this is all going to be forgotten. We don't have the memory for keeping this stuff around, and the Democrats aren't doing anything to seize on the moment either, because they're just going more and more crazy. They're getting arrested by ICE agents crying on the floor of the Senate, and Alex Padilla and Cory Booker, would you stop fucking crying? You're men. Who are you appealing to?
No, you know what? Again, I'm a bit emotional myself at times. I do see what I get your point. But Texie, what I don't like, dude, is like
me.
And we'll
Just
be right
say
back. No, I don't like even that you framed it. It's the truth, but I don't like how you framed the shadiness of politics. Like, let's get it over with now to save a midterm election. How about we don't just... I think things are too crucial and too serious to just get things over with now for the sake of protecting the midterms. I get it. Don't misunderstand me. I get the political, not a game or the political process. I get it. And I'm not saying that if I was running for politics, that would be definitely the plan to go to. But
so. How would you like the world to be, Mr. Smith?
Your ass. No. What I'd like it to be is let's take the equation of whatever you're gonna do. It shouldn't matter if it's going to affect the midterm elections or not. It should matter right here. Not that I want to win the midterm elections, but right now it's too crucial to let me maybe not do this, or maybe let me do this to get it over with, or maybe I don't want to do this because if I do, I might screw this up. Do what we're gonna do. Let's just fucking do it already. Or not.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why. I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. You have to bring the hammer now and get done everything that you can right now, because
you're saying
tomorrow is not guaranteed.
Okay, it's a little different. That's fine. And I have no problem with that. I made very clear my issue with what you said was you framing it as a political. And again, you weren't saying political ploy. But the political process, you were right. It does make sense. But you know what? You're not running for politics. You're an American citizen, and
how do you know?
Preach a lot of... That's fair. But you preach a lot of things that, I would hope would stay consistent with. You're not worried about the midterm elections right now, because again, it's not a politically driven opinion or that you have. It's more of what you really think is going to be the best for the country. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you have to, take your bite at the apple when you can. I'm sorry, I know you're hungry. I didn't mean to.
Stop.
Please. Apple pie. Do you prefer a crumb top or a pastry top?
I like crumb. I'm more crumb.
See, that's the way I am too. Jen prefers a pastry top.
Yeah, again, I'm just not a huge pastry guy in general.
You like
know
both?
what I mean?
Come on, we're trying to have an either. Jen's. Oh, I like both. Come on.
You know what?
Have a fucking opinion.
No, it's you know what?
Yeah, come on, Knights and White Footsie Bear. Go ahead and save her life.
No. She doesn't need that. Okay, but my point. I'm not even on her assault. I'm just saying you're not going to kick the crumb out of your bed, nor were you going to kick the flaky the flaky airiness out of your bed.
I know, but
that's her point.
Just have an opinion. That's all I'm saying.
Your wife will sleep with both of them. Is my point.
That's true.
God,
she's easy on the eyes. She got some coming and going. What am I going to do?
You know what? It does, look at you. You're a handsome man. I wouldn't doubt that you go out and find yourself a catch. With that being said,
I didn't catch anything. We're clean.
Oh,
Jesus! Why do you got to imply stuff?
Well, listen. Nothing's happening. Okay.
There's a pill for that.
And a lot of them. Jesus.
So.
But anyway, to wrap up that small subpar of what's going on as far as domestically with...
I have no idea what the hell a small subpar is.
Like the micro part of how it affects it domestically with Trump, and we pretty much, I think, could be done with that part, unless there's something more you have to add. And then again, I think we should go broader if you want.
Again, the whole thing obviously stems from the Tucker and Cruz the Tucker and Cruz interview, which a lot of people are giving Tucker shit for knowing how to debate, which is funny to me because it's not like he's not known for that as one of the best debaters out there. I thought Ted didn't do a whole lot. Mr. Cruz, I'm sorry, he's a senator. Respect the office. I don't think he did a whole lot to defend his position. And he's pretty good at debating too. So I was kind of surprised on his lack of prowess with it.
Well, Tucker pulled a Tucker on him, and Ted didn't think. Ted thought he was going to talk to his pal Tucker
Thought he was doing a TED
about
talk.
right about the 10% of the things that they disagree about. You know what I mean? And felt very comfortable walking into the that situation. You know what I mean? So I don't think. See, Tucker did a lot of his quiet listening, let them dig their own hole, jump on a certain thing, wait, put that certain thing with another certain thing, and then kind of summarize his argument against them type of deal. You know what I mean? He did that sit back and wait type shit. And I think Ted Cruz, the fucking faucet was open. So he was just fucking flowing, not thinking that he would have to worry about Tucker doing any gotcha moments. And oh boy, was there a faux pas.
It's Fox Paws. We already discussed that.
Yep. I don't like to go long for
A
him.
lot of people have talked about it, but again, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but the fact that Cruz had said that he launched his Senate run primarily on the back of being Israel's best friend, and then going into this whole thing with Tucker about what's the definition of Israel in the Bible. I can't imagine anybody thinking that's not the Jewish people and thinking that it's the nation state. That was just a very odd position for Cruz to take.
Yeah. I didn't think much about it, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, again, saying that it's a Christian's duty to defend Israel, and again, you want to defend the individual Jewish people. I'm all in, because like I've said before, I truly believe that the Jews are the children of God, and
the chosen people.
And Jesus allowed the nieces and nephews to also be part of the same family. So I fully agree that it's never bode well for the people who don't defend the chosen people.
And from a biblical standpoint, I can agree with that, but I need to take that away for a minute. And
you anti-Semite bastard.
That's me. No. I was going to say, and it's actually the opposite. I would take the biblical thing out of it, and then and say that for whatever reason, and I said last time, however we were raised, our generation, and unfortunately, well, it's going to change now, but we've always had such a soft spot.
Yes.
For the history and the atrocities that the Jews have always had, and realistically, they're the most hated people around the world. So knowing that for whatever reason and not being a hateful person, I've always felt like this sort of sympathy for them. You know what I mean? Not that they've asked to be felt sorry for. Yet I do think that they play that card very, very well. You know what I mean? But I do feel if they are as evil as the Dave Smiths and these people say, I really feel duped because my heart is genuine. That I feel like even biblically taking it out of the picture, just as you said, being that small country, being hated by everybody, um, it's got to be insane to live like that.
Yeah, but that's not again. I haven't made the point yet, so I'm going to try to do it once, and then maybe later on I'll say again, and then it'll make sense. I think that, and Cruz did it quite a bit of times, conflating the state of Israel with the Jews, because I want to protect and uplift the Jewish people doesn't mean that I think we should have to do that for the government of Netanyahu. They're two different things.
Look, he's fucked. As soon as all this shit is done, he's fucked. You're gonna fight, but you know what? He'll just like escape. You know what I mean? And when I say escape, like America will put him up in some island somewhere. You know what I mean?
Maybe you don't know. Stop acting like you know.
Okay.
Nobody likes to know it all.
Who are you talking to? What
Mr.
the fuck do you two have to say to each other that's so important during this fucking radio program?
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the chat to make sure that we don't have to respond to anybody. Good sir.
All right. I'll allow it.
Good sir.
And good day, sir. But anyway, it's crazy. And I know you like Dave Smith, but
I like him personally, and I like some of his
had it with him though.
Yeah, because again, having mainlining Utopium. There's another talking point that I learned yesterday. I liked it. And thinking that, well, if everybody is just nice to each other, everything is going to be fine, is irrational. Again, I wish Dave Smith was right. I think everybody does. If Israel would lay down arms and then these would lay down arms, everybody would be happy with each other. It's not how the world works.
I've said it on the show many times, and you've
17 times to be exact. I have it written down on my forehead.
Yeah, I know. And you were kind of dicky for me and pointed out that I'm like this fucking. You just did it earlier, Dave Smith or this fucking utopian foots. And I understand the realities. As I said to you, though, I would just like to think that if more people, and it's not this kumbaya shit, it's just more of, and again, it's easy to say, sitting, thousands and thousands of miles away across the country in an air-conditioned, safe, space. It's easy for me to sit here and say, wow, it is terrible that there's a war going on, and we shouldn't, Israel shouldn't do this because I don't want to see people die, or you know what, Israel's guilty of this too, so maybe. It's easy to say that, but when you're in the mix, Israel's like, this is crazy. I don't care that we had this plan. You know what I mean? Look what I'm dealing with. And that's why it's so back and forth. That's why it's so meaning to me. Why I feel so duped at times. And then at times, geopolitically, I'm going, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's fucked up. And I think it's okay for me or anybody to feel this way.
Yeah.
To feel very confused about Israel right now. And I'll tell you, like, the people that are mad about Dave Smith and people that are, being considered like, anti-Zionist or anti-Israel, they should be mad at him because they are making me question things by almost going, hey, stupid. You knew about the 7-country, plan. You knew about it, yet, you know what I'm saying? Yet I didn't connect dots.
What does India have to do with this?
You're gonna go there, huh?
I don't know. Just seemed like a nice time for a little bit of a
I'll tell you right now.
Punch.
I want to apologize to my Indian friends right off the bat, but you know what?
You don't have any Indian friends. You don't even like curry.
You're right, because you know why? They smell.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate everything about curry. It's gross. I like stuffed curry. basketball player. But otherwise, everything else, no, gross. Again, I don't even want to go into like an Indian's friend's home. I come out, I smell like an Indian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Not fair. It's not fair.
I will
At least
say
you-
though, I've never personally met an Indian I didn't like.
Yeah, because they were always selling you something.
Well, that is true. Usually a convenience store, or actually, my favorite doctor I ever had. He was my pediatrician. He was also an Indian.
Dr. Sanjay Gupte?
No, I don't particularly care for him. He seems to be a bit of a liar. Wasn't he the guy that was on Rogan?
Yeah. He's telling everybody, yeah, Rogan, he's taking horse pills.
Could you imagine how scared he was when Rogan gave him the freaking scowl and he's like, you know, you said I was taking fucking horse paste.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, when Rogan does that freaking like his eyebrows going deep and his eyeballs are as big as yours, that's a scary looking dude.
And again, he's he can roid rage at any moment. The guy's fucking juiced to the gills.
I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't say that. I don't believe
Why
he is.
why he'd say it?
He's not. He's on
Oh.
testosterone replacement therapy.
Again, he'll probably say he's fucking juiced to the gills.
Okay,
Straight
well,
up
you
fucking
you can approach him with that when we're on our show next time.
All right, that's fine. Oh, you know what? I'll use the big shots and tough guys from trigonometry to go up against them. Two fucking nerds, Constantine.
Oh
guy.
yeah,
And they're such
Constantine
nerds. Maybe it's a good show, but
Yeah, I never watched it. I've seen him on Rogan a couple of times.
It's okay. It's actually a good show. It's a good show. They have pretty intelligent takes.
I appreciate the name. It's crafty.
Yeah, you wanted to name our show another one that I said no way, wasn't funny.
Oh, I see what you did there. You were trying to initiate some of your racism into this show.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You were. I know you. Huh?
Okay, had nothing to do with any of that, but all right.
Yeah, you wanted to say Brigham Young nometry.
Oh, no, let's do that. Jump in. Hey, everybody, we're gonna take a ride with Uncle Texie. Yep, steering it right back into the black neighborhoods. Yep, that's what he's got to do.
Luckily, the buses won't go under the bridge.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you, that crafty Walt Whitman. I'll tell you, out in Long Island,
Yeah.
he sure did know. He's like, look, I'll come. Look, I don't want your freaking fresh. I don't want your fresh air fun, kids, coming to my beaches. Stay in the city. I'm telling you, what a piece of shit he was. My God.
Well, I mean, he's a New Yorker. It's kind of given, right?
Your ass.
See, you don't say that to a friend.
All right.
See what I mean?
Well, all right. I'll expand the fucking bridge. I'll make the fucking underpasses, the overpasses higher. What do you want from me?
Yeah, and it's wondered, like he probably had a hand in the construction
Roads.
company of making the overpasses and the people who are making the double decker buses.
Right. He was like, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, in case there's any, in case my math was off in any way.
It's funny. Like before I even put two and two together.
By the way, can we just tell people what we're talking about?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
Real quick, out in Long Island, New York, Walt Whitman, when they were building roads from the cities out more to the island, he built the Southern State Parkway with very low overpasses. Only cars can fit through, so no commercial vehicles, because he didn't want the black and inner city kids bust in to Long Island to go to the beaches there.
And I believe it's the same with the Taconic and coming down from Albany.
Very well could be. Yeah, I don't know that, but I know for sure that's why Walt Whitman did it.
Because
it was a piece of shit move.
Yeah, there's a couple of times that I've been on the Taconic and I've seen, and they're beautiful bridges. They're the Keystone granite bridges that and I've driven by. Wow, they really put in a lot of nice effort into these bridges. Not thinking,
they sure did. They sure did have some what's the word when Like motivation, some real
Yeah.
fucking motivation.
Yeah. Typical New York.
Bullshit.
Scumbags.
You probably got,
Real scum of the earth. You could
probably
agree. Can't make a pizza or a bagel.
Don't, you know what? Listen, don't. You're trying to rile me up, and it's not going to
I would
work.
not do that. That's not my style.
Well, it's exactly what you're doing. You know, my heart is for pizza and bagels and Chinese takeout. Well, you know where I
Again,
stand on that.
available at any state, anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
I'm not
You can
really
get it.
sure.
Yeah, you can get shit ones or good ones in New York. Depends. Anyway, moving forward,
It's flour and water and tomato paste. Let's get a fucking hold of yourself.
it's yeah. Go ahead, use your shit water, and that's what
I know. I'm not an expert. I'm not one of the expert classes in New York like you are, so I can't have I can't have a set.
Let me ask you: if there was no difference, why is the most popular bagel place in Florida Brooklyn Water Bagel?
Because they know you're all fucking saps, and you'd be like, "Oh, it's got to be good. It's different water that actually gets piped in from Connecticut."
They got to be just, using the bomb to scare people. They really don't want it.
Okay, well, I actually have a legitimate opinion, and
I legitimately have an opinion on the water.
Well, you have an opinion. I'll give you that. Legitimate.
Yeah, that's you in a nutshell right there. And by the way, can you clip that and pull that clip right there? I want that to be played a lot. Every time he starts freaking droning on or puts that smug look on his face, that's the sound I want to play. I want to hear that. And then you'll know what you're doing.
I don't know. It just seems like you should be allowed to invite an opinion that's not an expert. I mean, you say you're an expert because you're from the city, I guess. But why can't you listen to other opinions? Why are you so bigoted on other opinions? No, you're bigoted because you're fat. I get it.
What? Wow. You're not.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
You see, you did it again. Why is it always going to end when, you know what? It's fine. We'll go to break. I don't care. We'll go to break. You're not fat.
So what do you want to talk about now? I think we should have a little fun now. I think we've earned a little fun.
Really?
Are we seriously at an hour already?
Fuck! I was just going to get my mitt.
God damn it, dude! That reminds me. I want to fucking play catch with you when you come up.
Okay.
Isn't that great? Wouldn't that be freaking awesome?
Yes. I wish you wouldn't have said it on the air because I'm extremely excited about it, and I really don't want to react that way, especially about another grown man saying he wants me to come over and have a catch with him. But I love it.
Perfect.
And bingo. God, I probably stepped on it too.
Yeah, you did.
Well, you know what? Now, how about the line stepped on me? I was in the middle of a rant.
Can you throw a knuckleball?
I can. I actually can throw a decent knuckle.
Sweet. I can't wait to throw knuckleballs with you, and we can just wait for him to stop rolling and picking them up.
Yeah, no, I'll show you the knuckler. I'll show you, and then
whoa! I just want to play catch.
Yeah, beat you to it. I give you the knuckle. I can give you a good slider. I can give you what I call my change up, circle change.
Yep, that's what I throw.
Yeah, I can give you.
But unless you're throwing me the heat first, it's just a lob.
My friend, there is no more heat.
There you Greg Maddox now.
No, bro, I'm telling you, like, I have a catch with my girls now, like doing softball practice, like just doing warm ups.
Yeah.
If they fucking definitely throw harder than me. Definitely. My 15-year-old daughters, the twins, throw harder than me. No two ways about it. Right. And they throw hard, but I just don't. I don't know. You just lose shit like that when you're older, unless you're a professional athlete.
Or if you stay in practice. I mean, if you were,
right,
thrown at a cage every now and again, you could probably get back up to your 73, 74 mile an hour.
Maybe
fastball.
84.
Yeah.
Maybe 84. Maybe I'm hyping you because I have a mic a little bit. If you said 80.
Yeah, but I don't know. Even if I don't mean to be like, well, if you can, I can. But I don't think I probably ever threw above 80.
I mean, again, nowadays, there's no more pitchers. There's nobody that will be drafted to pitch in Major League Baseball, there's no pitchers. It's all throwers. No joke. These kids are taught from 14 years old to rear back and throw with everything you have. They train to do nothing but throw hard. Hit 95 will get you into the MLB because we know you'll throw 101. You throw 101, don't worry. We'll figure out how to make you find the plate at 101. There's no more, wow, look at the way this kid pitches inside, outside, changes speeds. Now you go out. That's why every single pitcher, before they even make it to the fucking pros, have had Tommy John surgery.
I have Tommy John's signature.
Do you?
Yeah, on the Little League hat.
Yeah. Well, I wish it was Tommy John surgery.
Don't you wear Tommy John's?
No, I don't wear any underwear.
Ew.
Fuck you.
Wow.
I'm a real man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ramona's throwing up on the floor right now.
Oh my God, Ramona, he brought it up. You know what? I'm not going to do this. I won't do this. Right. I won't look like the bad guy. Okay? I'm not a fucking nudist. Jesus Christ.
You just look. You have a very angry look, a very unapproachable look. I'm going to agree with your kids.
Wow. And meanwhile, I'm the nicest guy in the show, without a doubt.
Yep.
No. Yeah, I am. I am the nicest guy in the show, to a fault. Yeah. Yep. Again, I have my moments. You know.
Yeah.
I let that shit go, bro. I really did.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, I think we got some info out there. I think we've discussed a few things that maybe the problem is it's all over the place right now. You know, I would hope that the people that listened aren't as consumed with the content that you are and that I am.
So, yeah, we didn't get to it, but I would like to maybe talk about it tomorrow. I'm canceling fun for fun's sake, so I'd like to discuss that with you.
The word?
No, actual fun. That's just for fun's sake.
All right. Tease me.
Now,
tease
again,
me
this only qualifies for men 18 to 60. Fun for fun's sake, where you're not getting anything. I'll give you an example. Water skiing. You're not doing it for exercise. You're not trying to, craft a skill. You're just having fun for fun's sake. Absolutely no can do for men.
Why?
Because it's a useless waste of your time. Skiing, too. I'll take that off the board. Golf is on the bubble. But the reason I'm giving it a pass is because the camaraderie, you're developing social skills, you're developing hand-eye coordination.
It's not fun for fun's sake.
Right, exactly.
That. Yeah,
but there is some things that are fun for fun's sake, and they should not be allowed.
God, I'm really, again, all right. The problem is you use water skiing, and I'm not going to sit here and formulate my pushback for the next show on water skiing. I refuse to.
Right.
But I'd love to know maybe one more. Give me one more.
Okay, can we just do regular skiing, like snow skiing, snowboarding, all of the all of the things that go with it? Playing video games.
No, because you can develop hand-eye coordination.
Really? I can push this button faster than I did yesterday.
Well, don't they use like some of these games now as simulation for real life military and police?
That's an argument you can make for sure.
Yeah.
But we will have to scale back.
Yeah.
We'll have to scale back. Calm down. You're only half right. We'll have to scale back the games that
only
are allowed
half
to be
right.
played. Is that Pacino again?
I want to be all right. Sometimes you think I'm not right, but I'm right. You think?
Did Pacino have a stroke or something?
Oh my God. Okay, I thought inflections were going to help on my Pacino right there.
It's fine, but you just said right 13 times in 2 sentences. I'm right, and my left, and my right, and you're right.
It's my lifts. They make me talk funny.
Lifts always makes me laugh. You know how to get me.
All right, but again, I'm going to think about this pushback. Again, I don't like how you're, ostracizing the ski community here.
I'm
Copperhead
just
Road.
giving you
But-
something to think about. I look forward to your rebuttal.
Well,
You have a very nice rebuttal, by the way.
Well, thank you. I've been working on it. Been doing squats at the gym. At least that's what my partner Bruce tells me.
I thought it was a guy named Jim.
Nice. I like it. Real quick though, did you ski growing up at all, like snow ski?
No.
Well, obviously someone wasn't allowed to have fun for just fun's sake.
No. But you can be good for goodness sake.
And with that, let's tickle the ivory. Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Copperhead Road Podcast on Rumble, only on Rumble. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Texie, thank you very much, my friend.
No, thank you.
Jen, Ramon, as always, wonderful job. And we'll see y'all real soon.